woman's dream became another man's nightmare. And after nearly 3 decades, that nightmare may finally be over. Clarence Moses-EL was released from prison in Denver this week after serving 28 years for a crime he has always maintained he did not commit. In 1989, Moses-EL, who is African-American, was sentenced to 48 years in prison after a woman said she dreamed he was the man who raped and beat her in the dark. The victim was raped and badly beaten in her apartment. Initially, she named 3 men she'd been drinking with that night as her possible attackers. None of them was Clarence Moses-EL. Police never investigated the other men because a day and a half later, the victim said she had a dream that Moses-EL was the one who raped her. The police threw out a rape kit and any possible evidence like bed sheets and her clothes. In 1995, after years in prison, Moses-EL had won a court order mandating the forensic analysis of the evidence, which could have freed him. He managed to raise $1,000 from fellow inmates to pay for the tests. The judge instructed the Denver police to turn over the evidence. The police marked the evidence box, "Do not destroy," and then, inexplicably, threw it into a dumpster. Clarence Moses-EL languished in prison until in 2012 he received a handwritten letter from another Colorado prisoner, L.C. Jackson. He was one of the 3 men initially named as a suspect by the rape victim until she gave Moses-EL's name following her dream. Jackson wrote to Moses-EL, "I really don't know what to say to you, but let's start by bringing what was done in the dark into the light. I have a lot on my heart. I don't know who's working on this, but have them come up and see me. It's time. I'll be waiting," he wrote. Denver District Attorney Mitch Morrissey sat on Jackson's confession for close to 2 years. Moses-EL and his legal team were eventually able to obtain a court hearing to introduce Jackson's confession and other new evidence. Finally, earlier this month, a Colorado judge vacated Moses-EL's convictions, ordering the DA to either retry the case or drop the charges. On Tuesday afternoon, Clarence Moses-EL was released to a crowd that included his wife, his son, several of his 12 grandchildren, whom he had never met, as he did not want them to see him in prison.